Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Kinect Star Wars. And of course this is a live review because I'm doing a Kinect review, and it only makes sense that I do a live review because I can show you all the hand motions that go with this Kinect game. So you know what, let's get straight into it with the story. Yes, there's a story in Kinect Star Wars, and let me tell you, it's pretty damn generic, okay? The story in this, you play as a young Padawan, which of course is a young Jedi, a Jedi in training. And right in the beginning, you're training it up, you're using your lightsaber, using your force, whatever, and then, boom, you're set right into the battlefield. You know, you only get like 5 minutes of training, and then you're out there freaking risking your life already. And you're out there swooping and killing freaking droids and stuff. And then, boom, things happen, you're saving people, and then Sith come, and they're bad guys, and you have to defeat the bad guys, and it's a generic story, let me just say that. It has characters in it. It has characters from the movies, like Chewbacca and Han Solo and other people, but it's a generic story. It really is. It's not very compelling. I didn't care. There you go. So, there you go. The story is not good. Alright, the sound, let's get straight into the sound. The sound in the game is not much better because the voice acting is your standard prequel Star Wars, which means it's very, very corny and pretty damn bad at times. Okay, some of the characters do a good job voice acting. There's some people in here that you'll probably recognize from other video games, but for the most part, everybody else is either just awkward sounding, annoying, or just annoying, you know. There's some characters that you'll meet across the game that are just some of the most annoying characters I've seen in a game so far. I mean, as a character, when you're doing a space battle, which is supposed to be your own C-3PO, because that's what the guy, or I'm sorry, the girl, because it's a girl robot, looks like, and she's so annoying. Every time you're shooting something, she says something, and it's like, oh, splendid, or I'm like, oh, shut up, and it's annoying, it really is. And the sound design is good, you know, for the most part. Everything sounds like whooshing lightsaber noises. I'm pretty sure you know how those sound, and things exploding in the background and stuff. But for the most part, the sound is also pretty damn generic. So, there you go. It's okay. Now let's talk about the graphics. The graphics in Kinect Star Wars is, again, just like the sound, a mixed bag, I would say, because the environments themselves, they don't look all that appealing. I mean, there's a lot of blurry textures, a lot of uninteresting places you go. I mean, some of them are very popular planets and places that you go to in the movies, but in here they don't look all that appealing. They're like, eh, whatever. It's very generic looking, very blocky. It doesn't look very good or appealing, but the character models are actually pretty damn good, and some of the effects like the lightsabers and some of the explosions and the force powers, they actually look pretty damn good. So I would say the environments, which is a big chunk of the graphics, don't look all that great, but the characters and the effects, they all look actually pretty damn good. So you know what, that's why I would say the graphics are a mixed bag again. Another mixed bag. So, with that being said, let's talk about the biggest part of any game, the gameplay. So, let's talk about the gameplay now, which, I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed in this game. I am, because I was really looking forward to it. I really wanted to get a lightsaber, well, feel like I got a lightsaber in my hand. I wanted to chop some people down. I've been waiting for that for pretty much for my entire life. I love Star Wars, the originals, and I don't know, I just want to cut something with a lightsaber. And I even want to use force powers, and you get to do that in this game, but the thing is, it doesn't feel like you're cutting anything. And I will admit, the controls for the lightsaber and the force powers, they actually do work. They do. But for the most part, it's not very engaging. You don't feel like you're actually cutting something. You don't feel like you're using the force powers. It's just like, I might as well just do this. I don't feel like I'm force powering or I'm lightsabering. I just feel like an asshole. Like, this is pretty much what you do in the game. There you go. And it's not that fun. It really is. In the beginning, it was kind of fun, even though it didn't feel like you're actually using the lightsaber and stuff. But after a little while, it gets repetitive, it gets boring, and I just didn't want to play anymore. And the story mode actually tries to add a little bit more variety in the game by going on like speeder bikes and whizzing around with the controls. And this is what you have to do when you have the speeder bike. And you'll be going on a spaceship, so you have to fire at spaceships and stuff. And that's cool, but the thing is, it's not very fun. So even though you added a variety, it's not all that fun. And if you have a friend, you have enough room, you could bring in a second player, but I wouldn't say that would bring any more fun than the first player, I mean the one player game would. And of course, besides the story mode, you also get a bunch of different mini games, and some of these are actually pretty cool, I would say. The dance game, even though we make fun of it and oh, it's Han Solo dancing and stuff, it's actually a pretty good dance game, and some of the songs are kind of funny because they're parody songs of songs that already exist, but they put like Star Wars stuff in it, like Han Solo is riding solo on... Yeah, I know, it's pretty sad, but it's actually kind of entertaining. I mean, after you cry yourself asleep because your favorite characters are dancing like fucking idiots, it's actually kind of fun. The dancing game is pretty good. And also there's a game that is actually pretty damn awesome, which is called Rancor Rampage, where you do play a Rancor, which is this big monster thing, and you control them, you pick people up, and you throw them around, you destroy things, you just ram into things, and there's really nothing there to stop you from doing this. I only played a couple games, so maybe I didn't get into the part where people start fighting you off. But you have a time limit, you go around, you just destroy shit and try to get a high score, and it's so much fun. The Kinect controls for that definitely work, and it actually feels like I'm actually destroying shit, picking people up and throwing things. That should have just been the complete game. Just call Rancor Rampage the game. I'll play that. I don't think I'll buy it, but I'll play it. It's actually a lot of fun. I would say it actually could be probably its own Kinect arcade game, and it would definitely work. I thought it was a lot of fun. You also have a couple other modes like the pod racing, which I barely played because, I'm sorry, the speeder bike part was sucky as hell, so I didn't really want to play the pod racing, and it was okay. It was probably the best racing game you could probably get on the Kinect right now, but for the most part, it's nothing special. It really isn't. And you also get this duel game where you could duel off against some of the most iconic characters of Star Wars history, and that's also cool, but nothing really special. I would say this game is definitely a rental if you really want to try and you have a Kinect and you really want a new game, but I would definitely not say it's a buy. It's definitely not worth it. It's an okay game. It's good for a rental, but nothing more. Your kids might enjoy it if you're watching and you're old enough to have kids, but I don't think you would enjoy it if you have a brain. I kind of enjoyed it, so I guess I don't really have much of a brain, but I didn't love it. So there you go. There's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little longer than usual, but whatever. Thank you, and goodbye.